Hi everyone, welcome to my class. Today in this class I am going to explain the Piglatin word in Java. So let's start. What is Piglatin? What is actually Piglatin word? First you should know about it, the definition of Piglatin. As you can see on the screen that Piglatin is a language game in English in which words are altered according to the rules. So that means what? That means for any kind of word we will convert the particular word into the Piglatin word. How? By following some particular rules. And of course, to construct the Piglatin word, to convert any normal word into the Piglatin word, we will follow the rules by altering these some all characters. Characters means here the letters. The letters of the particular word will alter by following some specific rules. Okay, this is called the Piglatin word, and it is also called, as you can see, Piglatin. Actually, Piglatin is not any particular word. It is also the conversion of the pig and Latin to consecutive words. Pig alternative Piglatin word is igpe, and also the Latin, the word Latin's alternative Piglatin word is atinle. How? We are coming afterwards. Before that, we should know the rules of constructing the Piglatin word. To construct any word as a Piglatin word, we follow these basic rules. These are the rules. Rule number 1. What is the rule number 1? If the word begin with the consonant actually. If the word starts with the consonant, then the Piglatin word of the particular word will be one type. But if the word starts with the vowel, not with the consonant, then what will be the Piglatin word? That will be different. And if any word which has neither any vowel, neither at the beginning nor in the middle of the word, like cry, fry, etc., dry, okay, buy, by, not bye. So these, on those cases, what will be the Piglatin word? Okay, so we will be learning now in this class. Okay, so let's start. Now we are going to explain with this from examples. Now I will give some examples. Okay, so as you can see here, some examples of Piglatin word. Few Piglatin word which begins with the consonant, and few Piglatin word which starts with the vowels. So in case of if any word starts with the consonant like London, trouble, store, so on those cases how the Piglatin word is constructing, let's see. So on those cases the Piglatin word will be having with 3 parts. As you can see, in case of London, first part is ondo, then n, and then lay, with 3 different colors I have mentioned here. As you can see, for the trouble as well as for the store, there are 3 parts, 1 part, 2 part, 3 part. How those parts are constructing afterwards I am explaining, but you can see here there will be 3 parts in case of the word starting with the consonant. But in case of starting with the vowel, then the Piglatin word will be having the 2 parts, like in case of always starts with a, which is vowel, egg starts with e, which is vowel, uncle starts with u, which is vowel. So in those cases you can see 2 parts, 1 part, 2 part. Here also egg, 1 part, 2 part. In case of uncle, 1 part and 2 parts. Okay, so that means if the word starts with the consonant, then there will be 3 parts to construct the Piglatin word, or in case of if the word starts with the vowel, then there will be 2 parts to construct the word as a vowel, as a Piglatin word. Okay, now how the 2 starts with consonant is working and the vowel is working, I am going to explain. Okay, so now you see, in case of begin with consonant, if the first letter is the consonant, then how the 3 parts are constructing. Part 1 will be from the first vowel letter till the last vowel, till the last letter of the word. That will be the first part. Second part will be what? From the first letter, means exact from the first letter, means first consonant till the before of the first vowel, and the third part will be compulsory by adding ay, compulsory by adding ay. Okay. So some example, suppose in case of the word is London, in case of London, so part 1, what is the part 1 is coming? Part 1 as by following this rule from the first vowel. So where we are getting the first vowel? We are getting the, actually there are two vowels in London, one is this O, another one is this O. Out of these two O, this is the first O. So from this O till what? Till the last letter. So last letter is what? N. So from here till the last letter N, this full part is we are extracting, means we are picking up. Okay, this is the first part. Now second part, what is the second part coming? Second part, from the first letter is what? L, till the before of the first vowel. Where we got the first vowel? O. So that means from L to L, before O is L and starting is also L. So that means from L to L we will extract. So we are extracting and storing here. Over. Now next, number 3. Third part is what? There is no logic for the third part. There was of course the logic about the first part and second part, but in the last part there is no logic. Compulsory we have to add ay. So what the entire we are getting, entire word we are getting here, the entire word we are getting here by adding these one by one. So first on don, then second part l, then the last part compulsory ay. So that is why the Piglatin word, after converting the word London into Piglatin word, the answer is ondonlay. Okay, so this is the case for begin with consonant. Another example, suppose in case of store, in case of store, so we will search, there are two vowels, out of this O and E two vowels, the first vowel present in O, sorry, for the first vowel is O. So we have to take from this O till the last character, that is E. So this entire we collect and we will store into the first part. Second part is from the beginning, beginning is what? S, first letter is S, from S to before the first vowel is O, so before it is T. So that means from S to T we will take and we will store into this as a second part, and the last part is compulsory ay. So what is the value coming then after adding all this? ORE first part plus ST second part, and the last part is ay. Okay. So this is the story about the any particular word which is begin with the consonant. But in case of vowel, which is very easy, in case of vowel there will be only two parts. Suppose the example of egg, in example of egg. In case of egg, the part 1, first part is what? The entire word. So entire is what? Is what? Egg. So this egg we are taking, so as the entire word egg, and second part is what? YAY. So in this case, in case of begins with consonant, we add at the last AY. Just try to understand the difference between these two. In case of begins with consonant, we ends with AY, but in case of vowel we ends with YAY, which is very important. So only this simple part, after that we will concat these two part. So it's coming at the last egg and YAY, that's all, which is very simple. Another last example giving, suppose in case of smallest single letter word, that is I. So what will be the Piglatin word of I? Very simple, I. So I will be IYAY. That's all. This is the Piglatin word of I. Now, how we will construct it through the program? How we will construct this through the program? Now I am going to explain it. Okay, so let's start. So here you can see the full code for converting any word into the Piglatin word, and for converting this we have taken one sample variable, that is str, and suppose we are storing into it the word travel. Okay, so this word we are storing into str, and this word travel we will convert into the Piglatin word. And for this is the code, and the other necessary parts so I have not done here. The class declaration, all the variable declaration, whatever the common variable will declare, that I have not done here. Just the main variable which one is required, main, that is the index variable that I have declared here, and rest of the part I hope you can do. Okay, so let's start. Now first we will starting with the index, which is the very important variable, and this variable is playing the main role in this program. What is the main function of index? Let's first know it. This index variable will store the index value, means the position of the first vowel of the word. Whatever the first vowel word we are getting, that will store into the index variable. And this variable we have assigned by default, you can see here -1. Maybe the question is arising in your mind that why -1? Basically we normally any integer variable by default we just assign with the 0, but in this case why -1? Only one reason, because you see here the indexing of any word or any string starts with which number? 0. Okay, so that is why we cannot put any variable, because here the 0 is having the value. Okay, so that is why we can't store 0. If we store here 0, that means we are indicating the first character. No, we are not indicating any first character into the index. Index is storing, will be storing only one and only if vowel present, and the first vowel index will be stored. Okay, so that is why initially it is -1. So -1, such condition, such position is not present in any indexing value of any particular word. So that is why -1 we have started with. Okay, now the next. First what we are doing, first we are calling one method, one user defined method I have created here. As you can see, this is the user defined method, that red color I have boxed it. So this is the user defined is vowel method. What is the function of this method? This method only will check whether any character, whatever the parameter it is getting, whatever the argument character is getting, it will only check whether the particular parameter is vowel or not. If yes, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Its function is only this. So we are calling this method is vowel method, and which character we are extracting? Let's see first. Which character we are checking first? We are checking the first character, 0 position character of the string. So what is the 0 position character in case of this? T. T is the 0 position character. So first T is extracting with the str.char method, and this character is sending to this method directly. It is coming from here to check whether the character T is vowel or not. So automatically you know this T is not a vowel. So what is happening here? Due to this, it is returning which value? False value. In this case it is returning value false. So due to it is returning value false, so the else part is executing. This else part is now executing. Okay, in the else part what is there? In the else part, first is I equal to 0. So normally, as for any maximum string program, loop runs from 0 position, means from here to here, all the character will one by one will extract first. So at the time of extracting, first it's extracting the I position. So I is first 0. So if I is 0, if I is equal to first 0, so 0 position character first it's extracting. So 0 position character is what? T. So again the character T is going to check whether is it vowel or not with this method. So again it is returning false, because T is not the, first we have checked this T. So this T is not the vowel. So that is why again it returns value false. So due to this return value false, so these two statements is not executing, and there is no else part. So nothing will execute anymore. So I will automatically increase by 1. So I is now coming 1. So when I is 1, now I position character is extracting str.char of I. So I is now 1. So 1 position. So what is the 1 position? 1 position value is now R. R is the 1 position value. So now again R is coming, and R is sending through this method and sending to this method to check whether R is vowel or not. So as we know that R is not a vowel, so that is why again it is returning which value? Value false. So again it is returning value false. So due to it is returning false, these two statements will not execute. So automatically I plus plus. Next iteration. So now I is 2. So 2 means which is indicating? Now capital letter O. So this O is indicating. Now due to this str.char of I, the value of C is coming capital letter O. Now this O is sending through this method is vowel method, and to whom it is sending? It is sending to this method again to check whether capital O is vowel or not. But in this case we know that O is a vowel, so it will now return value true, boolean value true. So now due to it is returning value, boolean value true, then these two statements will execute. So first index equal to I. So what is the value of index coming? Now value of index, now the value of index is coming what? I value. So what is the I value? I value is 2. So value of index is now coming 2. Okay, and after that it is break. Break means now no more requirement for running the loop. So loop is going to stop. Loop is now stop. So as it is just terminated from the loop, so it exits from the loop. Now the next statement of the loop, this is if index not equal to 1. So of course index is not 1, the value of index is 2. So that is why what will print? It will print 3 different parts by concatenating using the plus symbol. So part 1, what is the first part? First part is substring of index. So we know the function of substring, so I am not explaining here. So from the index position, so from the index position means, just a moment, from the index position means index is 2. So due to index is 2 here, so from the 2 position is which one? This is the 2 position. So this is the 2 position. So from this position till the last position. So what is the last position? Last position is the E. So from 2 position till E, all the parts are extracting, and so it's coming here now value OUBLE. So this is the first part. Now second part is what? Plus. So plus means it is concatenating plus. Again str dot substring of 0 comma index. So 0 comma index means from the first index. So this is the 0 index. So from this index till the index position. So index is 2. So 2 means before 2 automatically. So before 2 means 1 position. So 2 to 1 it will extract. 0 to 1 it will extract. So 0 to 1, what is the value? Value is T and R. So with the OUBLE, T and R is concatenating, means simply joining these two letters. Now after this, what is the next? Next part is, there is no logic, directly it is storing what? Directly it is storing the value AY. So automatically AY, the letter AY is just simply not extracting from anywhere, directly it is concatenating with them, AY. So now the final result is what? AY. OUBLE TRAY. So this is the Piglatin word of trouble. Okay, so this is the Piglatin word, but this is which condition? If the first vowel is not the beginning of the string. That means if the string or the word is not start with the vowel. But in case of if the character is starts means the string is starts with the vowel, then what will happen? Let's see. Okay, now the string is always. So here always A is the vowel, so it is starting with the vowel. So how it is taking? Again it's taking with the same thing, that is first this line will execute, this statement will execute. First is checking whether the 0 position of the string, so 0 position is A, is vowel or not, and how will it be checked? With this particular method. So again, now in this case at the beginning only it will return the boolean value true. So only one statement in that case it will execute, that is what? Only two different string will concatenate. What? First is the value of str. So value of str means that entire str value, that means that is always. So first it will be always, and after that as you can see the YAY, just YAY will just concatenate with this always. So YAY. So there will be no logic, there will be no alternation, there will be no checking again for any vowel, because vowel is present at the beginning. So if vowel is present at the beginning, then only one statement we are executing here. That means the entire string we will take, and with the string just YAY we will print. That's all. So these are the two cases, but both the cases vowel must be present. Remember it, vowel must be present either in the at the beginning or in the middle of the string. Okay, so that time the Piglatin word is possible to construct. So both the cases we have seen. In case of trouble it has been constructed the Piglatin word, and in case of always also this time the Piglatin word is being constructed. But in case of non-vowel any particular words, like in case of try or try, fry, dry, buy, whatever, etc., etc. So on those cases what will happen? On those cases, at the beginning only, just a moment. So in this case you can see we have taken the string try. Okay, so here also indexing is starting with -1. Okay, no problem. Now one by one it will be checked whether T is vowel or not through this method. Of course T is not a vowel. Then R will be checked whether R is vowel or not. Here also it is not vowel. Here also Y will be checked whether is it vowel or not. In this case also Y is not a vowel. So if there is no vowel present, then there will be no possibilities for replacing the value of index with some other index, because at the beginning I told index will store the index position of the first vowel, but here in this string in try there is no such vowel, not a single vowel is present. So automatically index is not changing with some index value, so it remains -1. So that is why this full part, so from entire this part, neither this statement will execute because this statement returning false, also this is not executing because here also this is also returning false, so it is not getting inside neither here nor here. So directly it will return, it will work this statement if index not equal to 1. So of course index is remain -1, so not equal to it is not, so else part will execute. So else part what will print? The Piglatin of the word this is not possible. So this statement will execute, because in case of -1 the entire this full part will not execute, directly it will go to here because no such index is there, not any particular vowel is present in this string, so that is why it will not execute. It is not getting any chance to execute this. Okay, so that's all, and the entire code you will get in my app, that the app link I am giving in the description box. So from there you can download the app, and there you will get the entire program code, not only for this program but also for the other programs also, and many more other features are there also. If you use it you will be understood, and of course it is very much helpful for ICSE and ISC students. Okay, and that's all for in this class. Again we will meet in the next class. So thank you all of you. Bye.